is charged. I've got the included, we'll just open this up. I've got the included brad nails in right now. And these are some of the tests. As you can see, none of them are sunk. I have tried the adjustment piece, so it is all the way to the plus. Like, this is minus, I can turn it more. Plus, as far as should go deeper, is all the way down. I've again got the brads in here. I've got some 1/8 inch plywood on top of some 3/4 inch plywood, just trying to seat that nail to a usable depth. And as you can see, that doesn't work. The trigger is also a little different than some of the guns I've used. It's not really a 2-stage where you power up the pneumatics and then pull it a little further to fire. You kind of just hold the trigger and eventually it goes. So it's not scary, but it doesn't, you don't have a ton of precision as far as when you're setting that nail. So that's a little unfortunate, as well as, like I said, full battery, and we're not, full power battery, and we're not even coming close to sinking those nails. So I do have 2 sheets of 3/4, just to try. And so I'll take those out. I'll throw some staples in. Staples load up, brads load down. So if I was loading brads, I'd put them down here. Loading staples, so I put them up there. And give me half a sec. There we go. Got the staples loaded. Again, we'll go on the 1/8 inch plywood. So those last two, again, are sitting quite proud of the material. So not that useful. And into the 3/4 inch plywood again, just not that useful. So unfortunately, as handy as I thought this tool was going to be for my shop, I do have a compressor, I do have an air gun, but by the time you get the hoses and things like that running around, it's a bit annoying. So I thought this was going to be just a fun, reasonably priced option, but I might try some 2x4s later, but really if it can't stick plywood, it's not going to be that useful for me. So unfortunately, I do have to say, if you're trying to use this to throw some brads into plywood projects to hold things together, this is probably not going to do it for you. I have checked the manual to see if there's something I missed or a setting, but nothing that I can see looks to be able to fix that. So like I said, just seems like it should work and just doesn't go deep enough. And this is by no means even the heaviest gauge staple that you can use in this gun. So yeah, definitely a little surprising that they don't go a little better than that. All right, thanks.
Using the Powertough Cordless finish nailer. It's 18 gauge. It will accept up to 1 inch long staples or 1 1/4 inch 32 millimeter brads. Got a really handy guide here to tell you how to load the staples versus the brads. Currently loaded with the 1 1/4 inch brads. It does have a depth adjustment on the back. I've got it cranked all the way down to the deepest depth. One unexpectedly cool thing about this is a little light. I've never had a light on a nailer before. Some of the nails, some of the brads came out a little bit proud, like maybe a 1/16 of an inch. Yeah, that one's more than a 1/16 of an inch. That's with the depth setting all the way down, and with the 1¼ inch brads, which are the longest ones that it will take. Even with the shorter brads, it'll still tend to leave them a little bit proud. You would think with the longer ones would have more trouble, but it seems to have more. It seems to have the same amount with even the short ones. Shoe molding still leaves it proud. Again, that's with the setting all the way in, and that one's not proud. Yeah, that one did better. One thing you have to watch out for is the delay. When you pull the trigger, it takes a quarter of a second for it to actually put the nail in, and I have a habit of pulling the nailer back because I expect it to shoot the nail as soon as it. If you're using the staples where the depth doesn't really matter, it's a lot more fun. It's going to leave them a little bit proud. Probably there's somewhere between a 1/16 and an 1/8 of an inch.